Oh no! That's the wrong thumbnail. Oh no! Oh no! Change it. Bam! There we go. That's silly. It's hard to tell. I know, sorry. I was probably looking at Cookie Run. I have the OST running, and I probably clicked the thumbnail. I have like all the thumbnail. I still have like, by the way, I still got the Minecraft Monday thumbnail over here. I still have the Subnautica thumbnail over here. I have the Cookie Run Kingdom thumbnail somewhere because I clicked on that one by accident. Yeah, there we go. I think I put this one up by accident. I should probably delete them. I probably have too many. And I was like, uh-oh. Hi, by the way. But I think I was just looking at the fact that I have some Cookie Run Kingdom OST just in the background. It's very nice, by the way. I don't know how loud that is. I should probably check that out. Hold on. Ready? Ready? I should probably check that out. Hold on. It's fine. Ready? Anyways, I have Cookie Run Kingdom, or just Cookie Run Oven Break. This is not even Cookie Run Kingdom. I have Cookie Run Oven Break music in the background, and I'm like, ooh, it's kind of nice. It's kind of calming, you know. Anyways, hi, by the way. Welcome. Halloween is tomorrow. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Are you ready? Unless you're in the other part of the world, in which case I believe it's today. So depending on where you are, it's either tomorrow or it's happening already. Like right now, I think, is how that works. Right? Unless it's the other way around, which it might be. I'm actually not too sure. Because I know, oh my goodness, I'm gonna, bad map of the world. Ready? This is like the Americas. Oh, this is kind of how it looks. That's the Americas, and then on the other side, there's like that's Britain, and that's this blob over here is like Europe, right? And then this goes over into, is Australia? Is Africa connected? I don't quite remember. Probably not. Something like that. 10 out of 10 geography. Anyways, I believe if you are on this side, then it's not Halloween yet. And if you are on this side, then it's officially Halloween. Right? Is that how that works? I'm not quite too sure. Also, do you like it? Oh, also, I don't have Australia here. This is Australia? Hold on. We could do better. Australia is a little bit like that. That's how Australia looks. And New Zealand? I think it's that little blob. Thoughts? That is not America. No, it's close enough. Look, if you do a little bit of a cut there and a little bit of a cut there, it's kind of close enough. I realize that it's... Oh, okay. This is supposed to be Mexico. There we go. Yeah. Cut it right there. There we go. Right? It's a little bit... It's a little bit chunkier than I remember. But, you know, it took some damage. This is how it looks. And oh yeah, there's probably like more islands over here. This is the rough draft, okay? This is what's gonna happen after like 500 years or something. You know, tectonic plates, things shift around. It's gonna look a little different in the future. I can stay for a bit, but I need to go do my guitar lesson soon. Did you learn the song? I remember you said you were gonna learn how to do a Kirby song. Did you ever get around to that? Oh my god, that was barely. I don't think that was a week. I think, did you learn all that in less than a week? Damage? Nah, it's gotta be repaired. It's good. What's wrong with it? It's a little messed up here and there, but it's not too bad. Is there something over here? Right? Well, it still needs all of like Russia and like Asia, I think. But that doesn't make it look any better. Anyways. Right now I just wanted to draw a little bit. I just wanted to do some drawings, okay? I want to do we're gonna like maybe do suggestions also in the meantime if I see any suggestions that I think are interesting. But I'm also gonna draw the like a thumbnail today, and I think that would be kind of nice. I've got some of it right, but not all of it. I get it. It's a hard song. Yeah, that's a crazy hard song to learn. You said it, and I'm like, should I try to learn it too? I was like, I could try to learn that on piano, and then I was like, that is actually too much brain power. So I think over in the thumbnail that I want to do, we're gonna have me over here, right, and then like a monster over here, because I want to do a My Singing Monster thing. Make a happy ghast. Oh, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that in a sec. Yeah. So I don't actually remember what the monster looks like. I have to look it up because I just got him a bit ago. I think he has like a little bit of legs. Anyways, it's gonna be over here, and then I'm gonna be like, whoa, and my eyes might be popping out because I'm like, whoa, they're crazy weird looking, because it's a really crazy weird looking animal, and I'm gonna be like, whoa, that's crazy. And maybe the hands are gonna be up here. It's gonna be, whoa. That's kind of the idea. I could do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's a classic. I think in terms of difficulty, the Kirby one might be like 8 times harder than Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Which one is that supposed to be? Which monster is this supposed to be? Well, I actually don't remember their actual name is the problem. I think I called him Brump. Okay, it is Brump. There we go. But it's just so hard to, I don't know how I'm gonna like draw this in this style. He's this monster, and I'm like, that. First of all, they look crazy. Yeah, the Wublin. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult to draw him because I actually avoid looking at him a little bit because it kind of freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie. They got a creepy little face. That's why I'm like, whoa. That's why I'm like, oh my goodness, whoa. What drawing app? What app am I using? It's Krita. This one's Krita. It's free. I swear it's good. My drawings are not gonna be good, but I swear that it actually looks nice, and it's like good to use. It's just that I am very bad at drawing. Let's make a happy little ghast, shall we? Someone was like, make a happy ghast. I'll make a happy ghast. I think they look adorable. I love the, I haven't gotten around to playing with the happy ghast, but I really love the baby version of the happy ghast. Here, let me, happy ghast. When they get bigger, they look a little bit goofier. I'm not gonna lie. But I think that's fine, actually. I actually love how, like, I love the little, hold on. I need a bigger image. I love the little goggles that they got. That they can just put these on. They make him look kind of like a nerd. So I think they're adorable looking. But I was gonna see. Let's see. I need a baby happy ghast. I know. As much as I love how much of a nerd they look like, I really love the baby design. Like, look at them. I wish I could zoom in more or zoom in better. That one's I think a Reddit image. That's why I can't do it. Here it goes. There we go. They're a little baby. I love that face. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. And then they just get like way bigger. But I love the grown-up version too. I love how you can like customize the top of them. Yeah, they're adorable. I'll get around to getting one day. Here, let's actually, maybe I'll draw like the big one first. And how would the perspective actually be? It would probably be something like that. Okay. I'm like, oh man, I gotta draw a cube. I gotta actually think about the symmetry. I need a, I do very casual drawing, so I have to kind of like practice a little bit more. I definitely gotta do some serious drawings. Also, whenever I draw characters, I draw a lot of like circle for the design and like, you know, do a little body. But I need to work on like actually making faces. Alright, I'm gonna go so I can get ready for the guitar lessons. Yeah, go for it. You got a whole bunch of music you gotta catch up to do. It's gonna be pretty cool when you eventually learn how to play all those songs. I'm telling you. And then the little Ghast has goggles over here. Let's draw the big goggles over here on your forehead, shall we? Bam. Actually, I might just copy and paste and then shift over. Haha. Or else I know I'm gonna be fighting the inconsistent sizes. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's not quite there yet. Krita's the name? Yeah, Krita's the name of the software that that's used to draw it. It's on it's like on PC and also on Android, I think. I don't know if it's on iPhone. Which you know, I kind of understand now, by the way. I just learned that if you make an app for iPhone, it costs $100 every year to keep your, or I think every month to keep it on the App Store. That's crazy. Like, that's so expensive. I'm like, that can't be real. Like, surely it can't be that high, right? I just saw like someone talking about why they didn't put their like apps on their on the Play Store, on the App Store on iPhone. And I just learned that it was like very expensive to do that. And I'm like, that's crazy. I thought it was like, you know, I thought it was like cheap or free. It's not free. Isn't Steam like $100 up front? Yeah, that's also pretty expensive. I think it's a one-time though. I think you just do it like the one time and then you're good. Which I think is also a little bit painful. You think it would kind of cancel out, right? Like, hey, I'm making a game, and if people buy it, then, you know, you get sales from that, like Steam gets a cut. So you would think that it would be like free, but I guess not. You just gotta kind of tank it, I guess. That kind of hurts. Bonk. Let's add your little legs. They got little floaty legs over here. Is that fine? That's fine. I'll just simply copy and paste a whole bunch of them over here. There you go. That's gonna be your little floaty legs. I'll put one right here. And then we're gonna just erase the base. I mean, if it keeps viruses and spam out, then it's kind of good. But does it? If it keeps the spam out, I would agree, but I don't know if it does. I think they just kind of also stay there. I don't know if it ever solves that issue. It's a little painful when you see some of the apps that are on the App Store. You're like, oh, I don't know if that one's a good one. There we go. Do Ghast have anything under them? I actually don't know, right? They don't have like a mouth up here, down here or something? I don't think so. I think that's just cope. I was actually seeing that like Squid have like, hold on, Squid from Minecraft. The reason why I'm thinking about that is because Squid have like the gross like mouth under them. So when I saw the tentacles, I'm like, wait a minute. Do Ghast also have a giant gross mouth under them? They have something red? Do they? Is it bad? I don't remember. I fought like hundreds of them. I feel like I would know, right? I can't remember. Oh my goodness. My brain is lacking. Here, let's get some red, some brown for your little hat over here. And then probably a darker shade of brown for this over here. Bunk, bunk. They have a red belly. Really? Huh. It's crazy to me that I actually don't remember. Like, I don't know what happened. I think I spent like multiple days trying to get a ghast over into the overworld for an achievement. And then I should have known, because I like fought hundreds of them and failed in trying to get one into the overworld. So you'd think that would have told me. But nope. Ah! I don't know. They have a little like yellow stripe somewhere over here. There we go. I'll just add something like that. What a little silly guy. Bonk, bonk. And then we'll just give him like a little shink on the glasses. I love when there's characters that have glasses and you can't even see their eyes. You just see the little shing, the little glare on the glasses. There we go. They're just gonna be like this. And they're gonna be a little happy guy. Yeah. And then for some reason they have like the Naruto Naruto scratches on the side, you know? I don't know if they're like gills or something. But yeah, there's the little ghast. And then they just kind of float away, right? That's adorable. I love them so much. I kind of want to get around to getting them. I heard it was actually really easy to get them. There we go. But I haven't actually gotten around to it. I know. I feel like I would want to get them, and then I would probably use them for like a day or two, and then I would be like, all right, I'm good. I'm pretty satisfied. Because I don't know if I would actually build with them too much. I feel like they might get in the way a little bit. I don't really build structures enough. Or at least like that big of a structure enough to like use a ghast. I feel like I would just use my elytra and fly up there. What? Among Us? Oh no, yeah, it does kind of, you draw anything like this. Immediately, you think of, hold on. There you go. Oh my goodness, the pattern recognition. My bad. I know, it's unavoidable. It's kind of hard. I don't know how I'm going to draw this character because I want to simplify him, right? Because I feel like, one, we have a couple of problems with this monster that I need to draw for the thumbnail. No, it's Brump. But one, they're very ugly. I want to make them a little less ugly for the thumbnail. And two, I need to simplify a lot of them. And that seems like a couple of problems. They got a lot of detail and they're kind of ugly. No disrespect. I don't even go to the Nether in my world. What? I mean, you're still pretty new. You're still pretty new to Minecraft. I get it. Maybe. I mean, also it's kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I also don't really go to the Nether. I go to the Nether for like very niche reasons. I'm like, oh, maybe I need a block or I need to do this one specific thing in the Nether. But I don't really like going over there. I feel like I die too much in the Nether. So I'm like, I'll stay. I'll stay in the overworld. Where it's far less cruel. Nothing will kill me over there. I also don't, I mean, I'm also, half of the deaths are my fault. I'm like, I don't want to have armor on. I don't want to, you know, carry around gold with me until I die a lot. And I'm like, okay. That's on me. I don't know how I feel about this one. They got a little bit of a weird chin too. Oh, something like that. I don't know. I'll think about it. We might change it a little bit. Make my profile a drawing. It's a little pig, correct? Is that from something? I'll consider it if it's from something. I'm also gonna go back and make the little ghast. Because we have the big ghast, I kind of want to make the little ghast next to him. How does a little ghast look? It looks a little different. It's a little smaller. You can see the gills on it. I think those are gills. Like a lot more recognizable. So let me see if I can draw that really quick. I'm gonna draw him a little bit like looking down. It has to be a lot smaller. So there we go. Just so it could be with its parent over here, or like its adopted parent. Because I think the lore is that they get left behind or something. And I'm like, oh, that's sad. There we go. Imagine, if Ozan was here, Brump. I have to make him a little bit prettier, the Brump. Because he's a little off-putting, man. When I first saw him, I was like, yikes, a little bit. And I mean, I think that's kind of cool. You kind of want that in a monster, I think. That kind of makes a good monster design if it looks a little bit weird on you. If it looks a little freaky. But it's also a little too freaky for me. I don't know. I gotta think about him a little more. I gotta see how I feel about him. There we go. Your face is like kind of down here. And then I'm gonna give you a little bonk. There you go, buddy. And then it kind of looks like they got eyebrows over here. They got like little happy eyebrows. Is that weird of them? They're kind of like, ooh, right? I think that's silly. There you go. Let's actually make a new layer just to put the little whiskers back here. And also they got some like gill things over here, which is a little bit weird, but there they go. And then something like that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. They're together now. He's the size of a 1x1 block. Yeah, I wish there's a way for them to stay like that, because I do like them being smaller. They're like a little balloon. And then when they get bigger, then you're like, oh no, you can't make a small enclosure for the little balloons. They're kind of like too big. So I wish there was a way to like keep them like that, just for a little bit. But no, that can't happen. I wish. I don't know how I'm gonna do this one. We're gonna see. We're gonna try a whole bunch of different things. Cause I need to simplify it a little bit more. I think I simplified the other one pretty well. Again, I should probably do it in other layers. But we'll see. Do I have the other thumbnail to show? I don't. Oh, I gotta look for it. Oh, that's painful. Hold on. Can I actually look for it really quick? There we go. Oh, where did I put it? It's all the way down here. There we go. I did this one yesterday, and I simplified them really, like, a lot. And I really liked how this one turned out, because I kind of want to make them look adorable a little bit when I simplify them. And it's kind of hard to do that one. I don't think we're quite nailing it over here, so I think I need to maybe do another attempt over here for the face. I don't quite like the face, really. I guess you could give them a bunch of coffee and stunt their growth. Is that what happens? If you get coffee, you get your stunted growth? If you get a whole bunch of coffee, you turn short. You just never grow. Is that why some people are short? Is that why you're short? Is that what they told you? It's like, yeah, by the way, sorry. That's the reason why you're so short, is because you ate all that, you drank all that coffee. I was like, oh man, I would have not, I mean, I drink a ton of coffee. It didn't really stunt my growth, I think. Unless it's like it stunted my mental growth. Oh no. Now we're at the problem of having to draw a perfect circle. Unless, hear me out. You rotate it a little bit. You do something like this, you get it 80% of the way, and then you go back in and you try to fill in the connection. That kind of does it. I kind of wanted to maintain that shape. It has like a weird oval shape. Dude, I'm not even a teenager and I'm 5'6". Nah, that's it. You're high. That's as high as you're gonna grow. I'm sorry. I'm not even an adult and I'm taller than you. I'm not less than 5'6". But yeah, there's some people that like stay that size, like they grow, and in middle school they just stop growing, and then they don't grow any further, and that's it. That's what you're stuck with, man. Like I know a lot of women have that problem where they kind of grow, like maybe in middle school, and then they just kind of stop growing and they're no longer that tall, or I mean they just stay that tall for the rest of their lives, and that's gotta be rough. You know, because sometimes you're stuck in the like 5'2" range. If you're stuck in like the under 4 range, that is brutal. I don't know. Maybe you want to stay that short, but I'm like that's actually like really short. So I don't know. You may be trying to escape that. Let me duplicate this file. Over here. Orange is like 6 inches tall. I'm 7.5, I'll have you know. Well, actually, it's a clementine, so I think it's smaller. It's like one of the small oranges. But that's okay. It's the clementine is 6 inches, but you gotta remember that there's a body attached. So technically, it's like 7 inches. Okay. It's a tall orange. Do you draw with a mouse? I used to. Let's see if I could draw with a mouse. I don't think the quality changes, I'm gonna be honest. It's just the only difference is that you can control the like thickness of the like lines. You know, you can make like a really thin or a really thick line if you use a drawing tablet. And I used to have an actual drawing tablet, like what is it called? It was like a super cheap drawing tablet. I'm just gonna look up. It was like a random Wacom tablet. I don't remember the name of it, but that thing got destroyed. I'm gonna be real. I think I used it for like a year, and and I got to the point where I'd have the tablet over here, and you don't draw on the whole tablet. You realize that like you zoom in a lot and you kind of draw only on one angle. So this one corner of my tablet was just utterly destroyed. It had like hundreds of scratch marks on it, and then everything was kind of clean. Everything else was kind of clean. And I'm like, oh man. And at one point that part of the screen stopped responding. Or that part of the tablet stopped responding, and I'm like, yeah, I think I gotta move on. I think I gotta get a new one. I gotta get a new tablet, and this one has a little bit of a screen, so it makes it a little easier. What am I drawing? Is that Brump? Yeah, I'm trying to make a kind of cuter version of Brump, but I keep kind of hating how it looks. And then occasionally I'm also drawing other stuff too. You know, we're also drawing a couple of things over here. Here. You know what? You said draw my profile picture. I'll draw your profile picture. I actually don't. Hold on. Can I get a bigger size of this? I'm trying to figure out what this is. I'm not gonna lie. The resolution is horrible. I'm looking at like a tiny dot, by the way. I'm looking at a little dot for a profile picture. I think it's a pig. I think you got a little bit of like a little pig over here. I think these are the ears for the pig. It's kind of hard to tell, actually, you know? But I think you got a little bit of a pig design over here. And this is like the nose. I'm not quite certain. Again, I'm dealing with a tiny resolution. Do not get too mad. I'm working within my limitations. And they're like, hey. You know what? I'm gonna actually draw him a little like this. I'm gonna be like, hey. Can you draw Poke? I don't think I've gotten Poke. Poke. I gotta look up how they look like. Oh my goodness. I love their design though. That's actually cool. They're very... Is it weird to say that they're very Halloween-y? They're very like on theme. Oh my goodness. This is like the lowest resolution image I found. And the planet. And a pink bird. Huh. Yeah, I haven't gotten Poke yet. It's kind of cool though. I'll draw like a very simple one. Cause I'm like, ooh, I actually don't know. They're gonna have goofy little eyes. Cause I'm like, yeah, I don't think I've gotten around to getting all the Wublins. I feel like I really need to though. But oh my goodness, I'm not quite there yet, you know? One day I'll get them. One day I'll get all of them. I was actually thinking like maybe I need to start kind of speedrunning all the Wublins just to get all their designs out of the way. Just to be like, ooh, he looks like he's wearing glasses. Is that not what he's... Oh, I guess they're not really glasses. They're like weird goggle things, huh? They're kind of like glasses. It's for his mask. It's for the little, what is that called? The Plague Doctor mask? I don't know what they did. What they were doing back then. Well, I do kind of know what they were doing back then. But, like, why did they have to give him so much aura? You know? The Plague Doctor masks? Like, they made them kind of cool. I don't know what's up with that. The little arms are weird. For this guy. They got little weird arms over here. There you go. I'm going to move you over to the left just to give him a little bit of space. Right? And he's kind of crunched over. It's a very weird design for this guy. And then we'll have to you know, reconsider. This is like a version 1 of the outfit of the character. Yeah, they also got like weird sharp claws over here. And I think I don't know if the like actual like feathers and stuff extend to the back or something like that from the looks of it. There's such a silly, weird guy. Oh my goodness. Dunk, 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 dunk. But yeah, I don't know. Some of their designs are weird. Why couldn't we keep the medieval drip? So true. Some of them go crazy hard. You ever seen the like medieval outfits and realize like, oh my goodness, they have so much layers. They have so much like detail in a lot of their designs. We don't have that now. I mean, we do, but it looks kind of weird if you have like so many layers and designs like that. Though, I mean, realistically, you would probably just have like robes on. You know, you always think of like the knights and stuff when you think about like high level armor and like people of the past. You don't really think of like the peasant guy who has just like a robe on and that's all he could afford, you know? And I think that definitely changes your opinion of the medieval stuff a lot. You want to be the like cool medieval character, not the like, you know, just okay medieval character. Maybe something like this over here. What? Yeah. Again, very weird design. I think there's a level, or I think there's like a maximum level of cuteness that you could get to, all right? If there's like a little like, there's a graph, I don't know what the X would be. Maybe this would be like the cuteness. And you could only get up to like, you know, like maybe like here in terms of cuteness. You can't go any cuter with this monster design. Take a picture of my profile picture, then it will be easy to draw. It's so low res. I actually pulled it up. This is so low res that that I couldn't quite zoom it in. In fact, when I did it, Oh my goodness. Look at this. When I did it, this is as far as it zooms in. This, I think isn't even a pig, right? This is like a little bird or something. Yeah, it'd be easier to tell, if you told me what what it's from. What is it from, actually? It looks like it's from a cartoon, but I don't know what cartoon it is from. Looks like not a Disney cartoon, but like a Warner Brothers cartoon. Like dare I say I don't want to say Space Jam, but you know, like a Porky Pig era type of cartoon. Yeah, it looks like some old cartoon. You should do some Nautica Saturday. That's a good double rhyme. I don't know what it's called. Alliteration? When it starts with like an A blank and then the other one is an A blank. M blank, M blank, Minecraft Mondays. I don't know what that's called. I think it's alliteration. Can we do a My Singing Monster stream also? Maybe. I have to actually finish. The reason why we haven't is because I have like 50 VODs that I gotta edit. I feel like I'm behind a lot of the VODs, so I'm trying to catch up on that. Because I feel bad. I saw some people being like, "Oh yeah, I don't watch the actual streams. I watch the highlights." And I'm like, "Oh, got it." So they're like behind by like a week or two. So it's like I gotta do all of them first. I gotta do all the VODs first, and then keep doing My Singing Monsters. So you know, I wanna that's why I'm doing this thumbnail, because I'm like, this is gonna be let's see, how long was the video I just made yesterday? We did oh really? It was only 22 minutes? We did a 22-minute video yesterday that actually spanned. Hold on, let me actually bunk. There we go. We made a 22-minute video yesterday that actually turned out to be, I think it was how long was it? I think it ended up being like a 3-hour stream that turned into 22 minutes. Like crazy range. So that's just kind of how it goes, you know. There's a lot of filler, or not a lot of filler, but there's like a lot I cut out from those, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen too with the rest of the VODs. I'm like, whew, I gotta burn through a lot of them. They're gonna have a little weird flappy foot over here. Womp, womp, and then maybe one like this. Is that better? There we go. I think that's kind of fine. And then I'll go back in and erase this over here. Again, the only issue is that they look kind of weird. I guess that's kind of how, I mean, that's how they are, you know. I can't really be like, ew, I want them to be better, but like, you know, that's how they're made. And if I kind of push it too much, they're not going to be recognizable. I want to give you a little bit of a longer tail, maybe. Womp. There we go. And they have like, I don't know, they have like detail in the back. So yeah. What? I thought your comment said something like, I saw ducks riding on a guitar. That's kind of cool. What did they say? I saw a lot of ducks out my window while riding to guitar practice. I'm not gonna lie, it would have been cooler to see ducks riding a guitar. Right? You would have seen, let's see, can I draw that really quick? They would just be shredding the guitar. Oh my goodness. Here, something like this for the bass of the guitar. Oh, that's a little weird. Perspective is not my strong suit. I gotta actually work on that so much. You kidding me? But yeah, they're just on the guitar over here. And then it has a little wonk, a little thing poking out of the guitar. And then the duck is just like on top of here. Hold on, I need more space. I'm gonna move this guy a little bit more over here. Oh, I didn't get him. Move you over here. We need space to draw the duck. There you go. And then draw the little duck over here. What? He's just shredding on that thing. What? Let's draw the little feet first. They got like weird little triangle feet. What? Right, and there you go. That's the little body. Yeah, let's give him glasses actually. Let's give him like cool people glasses. Hopefully that translates. I know we're losing a lot of resolution on the scale, but yeah. And they're just on that thing. Pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Oh my goodness. I know. I miss having a pet duck. I had a pet duck at one point. They're so cool, man. The the sunglasses. Yeah, they're just riding. Ooh. I'm gonna color it a little bit. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Yeah, there you go. And they're gonna stay white. The ducks are kind of white. Maybe a little orange. There you go. Oh yeah. And then they're just kind of like surfing. They're using it as a surfboard through the ocean. I know. I miss them. I used to have a pet duck at one point, and I was like, man, it was so cool. It wasn't. I don't know if it counts as my pet. I call him my pet, but it just kind of followed me home, and then I was like, what are you doing? You should leave, duck. You got places to be. And then it just kind of stayed with me for a while, and it just kind of stayed around my yard. And I was like, okay, I guess you're mine now. Then I just fed him. It's not my fault. I didn't like kidnap the duck or anything. They're free to leave at any time. They just chose to stay. And I was like, nice. And I think I just called them Ducky. They're kind of, see, I don't know how I feel. All right, whatever. Sometimes you just take the L on the design. You realize it's not a banger, but you just gotta kind of accept it. You just kind of gotta accept that you got a weird design, and probably not the strongest. You could probably redesign it a little better, but guess what? You don't have infinite time. You could always keep redesigning it forever, or you just kind of push through it. And we're gonna choose to push through it. We're gonna choose to push through this one. Maybe at one point, if I ever do another thumbnail with this character, I will redesign him to look a little better. But oh my goodness, it's a losing war. I'm telling you, it's a losing battle trying to redesign some of these. Well, I gotta go to guitar practice. I'll see you around. Yeah. Good luck with your guitar practice. I mentioned wanting to do a stream where I like learned how to use an instrument. Not learn how to use an instrument, learn how to make music. Where I would like try to give myself a deadline of a few like maybe an hour to go through and like try to make a song. I think that would be kind of sick. I don't know if it would I don't know if it would work, frankly. But I think that would be a nice idea, like a nice attempt if we did that for like a day, for one of these. And I feel like this guy also has like a little bit of they have a little bit of texture too. I want to give them like a little bit of a, like kind of cracked texture. They have a little bit of that. So we're going to draw some of that, some little cracks here and there. I don't know why they got some cracked textures, but they do. They're like a rock. But so is Zinth, I think. If I get Zinth, where is it? If I get Zinth, right? They're also like kind of cracked over here. They have some rubble, and I don't know why. I think the feet things are kind of blue. Yeah, they are. But I think I'm gonna leave them green. And that's partially laziness. That's partially just to keep everything like uniform green color, you know, just keep them all one simplistic color is okay. Um, though, yeah, you're right. It is more aqua, more blue. Um, and I'm like, oh no. I'm sure no one will be able to tell. No one will focus on that aspect. Surely not. I won't get a ton of comments being like, hey, by the way, this is wrong. uh, I know this one definitely would take another attempt. I feel like some of them did take a few attempts though. If I get if I look up the channel really quick, some of them took a couple of attempts to do when I was like going through them, like if I go down here, like this guy used to be way different, and then when I redesigned them up here, it's like now they look super different. Someone like Potbelly. I think Potbelly was like very like that one's like pretty close, pretty accurate. And then once you get up here, they're like super stylized. And I think this one actually looks really good in comparison. So I gotta redraw them like 4 or 5 times to actually like get around to a design that I like. Otherwise I'm like, oh, you're not quite there. And this one's not quite there, you know? So who knows? We'll see when I redraw them again at one point. Be right back. Okay. There's a blue uncommon Brump. Oh, you mean for the feet? Yeah. I was seeing a whole bunch of like the different redesigns for Brump. I was seeing all of the fancy ones. Like, oh my goodness, this looks cool. Like, I love the color palette on this thing. Also, I think it's blue. Hold on. I think it's blue down here because they're like holding on to like a lily pad or something. Like, that's not their foot. Zion, how do I draw in your art style? I wish I knew. I can't even draw in my art style. I guess just like really big, bold outline with like very simplistic colors on the inside and like very minimal shading is probably like the best way I could describe it. It's like very simplistic stuff. Maybe if you add a little bit of texture, it's also very simplistic, but nothing overly complicated. So it's something like that. And then I really love using this brush, by the way. It's like a weird little like marker brush, right? There's like a ton of brushes. Okay, I gotta remember it's that one. There's a ton of brushes, but I don't like the smooth brush. I know that's just me. I really love the like texture on the brush. Cause it adds a little bit of charm, I think. It adds a little bit of charm for how weird it is. There you go. Bam. That's my like 2 or 3 lessons that I would kind of give for my art style, my quote unquote art style that I need to refine. There we go. Cause man, it's just I feel like, you know, it takes time. I gotta learn how to do it. You're also a little bit too big. Oh my goodness. I mean, I do want them to be big. I just want them to be more over here. Cause I don't know if I got enough space to draw me over here reacting, because I want to be like, whoa. Zion, can you draw Zymph again? I will at some point, probably. I really love the way this Zymph is. I just feel like okay, I have a problem with some of the monsters too, where I think they look good, but there's so little I could do differently with this one. Like, I could make him maybe squat lower or squat higher, you know? I could make them like, hold on, if I was redrawing them, right? This is like the very simplistic design of them. It's like you could either have their legs squat lower, or you could have them be like really tall like this. And those are your 2 options. They can't really, they're not that expressive. And that kind of sucks, you know? If you have like a person, you can have their arms like be like that. You can have their arms be like that. You can have them like squatting. So they got a lot more range. Same with this guy. It's like you can have them like squat their legs or extend their legs and maybe like open their mouth. And that's kind of like all you could really do. And it's a little bit painful. Because you don't have a lot of different ways to draw them. Maybe you can draw them like, draw the rare ones of these and that's kind of like a little bit of a help, because otherwise you're kind of stuck on those three. I guess kind of the same issue with the Ghast. You know, they're a cube. It's like you can't do much else. They're kind of a cube, and I'm like, oh my. Oh, hold on. There we go. I'm just gonna put them on a little timeout. There you go. I did draw them. There you go. They wanted me to draw the profile picture. That's as far as I got with that profile picture. But there you go. I'm gonna tell them to chill out a little bit just for you guys. But yeah, I feel like there's some monsters that like you can only do so much with, you know? And it's a little painful. I wish that they're more expressive. Not that I'm against them, but you know. Oh, I'm in the dreaded, I gotta draw a circle. I gotta draw the little orange over here. And for that I gotta draw a circle. Hold on, I gotta lock in. That was not locked in. Oh my goodness. The next circle is gonna be the one. Good enough. That's what we're going with. It's a little bit lumpy. If we start to rotate it, you can see how uneven that is. Ooh, but that's what we're staying with. That's gonna be our circle, all right. Ouch. If you keep thinking about it forever, you're gonna be stuck here for ages trying to draw a perfect circle. No. At most, you want to just maybe erase the bottom part that you're not a fan of and just like maybe redraw that a little bit so that you're a little more satisfied. It kind of quenches your soul a little bit. Oh no. We're getting too locked in again, trying to like fix an unperfect circle. I think sometimes you gotta just take the L. You gotta take the L. You gotta be like, that's what we're going with. It's a little bit of a lumpy wheel, but that's fine. Is there no circle tool? Is it weird? I should probably rely on that, but is it weird that I actually like don't like to use a perfect circle tool? I like to make my own circles. I think you kind of got the issue where you have like you kind of want to make the lumpy circle yourself, all right? I know it's not a perfect circle. I know I'm going to struggle. That's how I like it. It would probably be better if I did it myself. If I used the perfect circle tool, it would probably be faster. But I want to take my time and enjoy myself. There I go. Zion, someone brought their ult. That's funny. Where are they? All right, they get to live. That's funny though. Maybe I'll add a little bit of a, because I realize I have a little bit of a small body over here remaining. Also, when you look at the thumbnail, there we go. Hold on. I'm also gonna put them in timeout. Bam. Also, when you look at like a thumbnail, like half of this gets taken up by the time, right? You get like a little time over here. It's like 10 minutes and like 30 seconds or whatever, and that kind of blocks a lot of the look. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just accepting the fact that all this is gonna be blocked out. It's not weird, even if my hand shakes while drawing and I can't draw a straight line. I'll try to draw it, right? I don't know what, like there is a like straight line tool, but it just doesn't hit the same. I don't know what it is. There's like a straight line tool, and then there's like your straight line. And in every way possible, this is technically more accurate. It's straighter than like this one will ever be, but I prefer this one. I'm stubborn and I refuse to change. Zion, does your hand shake while drawing? I'm sure it does. I don't quite have, I don't know what that's called. You know when old people start to like get their hand really shaky? I'm not there, luckily. I don't have that issue. I think at one point I was working with a machine and then my hand started to shake after I used the machine for a long time, and I'm like, oh my god, Is this never gonna go away? I just have the shaky hand syndrome for the rest of my life. That's gonna suck. And then I was like, no, I think I'm good. It went away, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Because that freaked me out like crazy. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. If my hand shakes forever, that paranoid me, for sure. Womp. Something like that. That's good enough. That's it. That's it. I'm not gonna keep dwelling on the hand. He says, well, okay. I say, well, dwelling on the hand. Do you draw with a mouse or something else? Right now it's with a little tablet pen. But I also need to change the way I design the character. I feel like I don't have a lot of expression on how I draw the hands. Or the like limbs that much. I cannot draw with a mouse at all. It's so hard. I get it. I also just draw with the with a pen right now. It's a little Wacom little pen that you use. But I sometimes draw with a mouse. Like whenever I use Microsoft Paint, I love drawing with a mouse. It's so kind of like charming though, because it looks so bad. At least for me, because I can't really do a good drawing with it. So it's kind of nice. It has a vibe, but for the most part, I try to avoid it because I'm like I can't do it well. Not that I can draw this well either, but you know, that's a little bit too big. Maybe a little bit like that. Pen, pineapple pen, old. Sorry. No, you know what? Not old, because that was a thing in Fortnite. That was an emote in Fortnite. I think that's fine. I'm like, that's how you would remember it. But oh my goodness, that's like from like 2015 or something. That's crazy old. That's still wrong. That's still wrong. Whatever, I don't care. Wake up the Wublins. Also, they got a really scratchy voice. Wake up the Wublins, wake up the Wublins. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm trying. It's so expensive. I know, they gotta stop yelling at me, man. I can only do so much. And I'll just color it in. And then I'll draw the eyes. Easy. I think you have to go back in. You think so? Bam. Let me get this thumbnail over here. I haven't quite figured out how to transfer, like how to have a color palette. So I always go back. And this is laziness. I should probably find out how. I always just go back and color pick my my old one. So everything's based off of this one. I'm like, yep, that's how it's supposed to look. Bam. Then the little freckles on the little Clementine. Womp womp womp. And they have like a little oh, that one doesn't. They're supposed to have like a little dark spot right there. Oh well. I messed it up on that one. Or maybe I didn't have it intentionally. I don't remember. Ta-da! That's how you do the color. Simple. I escaped the timeout. Welcome back. Will you get executed? Right now you're fine. The workshop is my favorite island. The creation of the mastermind, the monstrosity songs. I will say that like I haven't gotten around to the workshop quite too much. It's a little bit painful. I want to get around to them because I see that they're so cool. All the things you can do over there, but like I'm not getting around to it. That's too complicated. Give me like 5 years, you know, when I get around to having enough resources to do it. But as of now, I can't. Maybe I just want big eyes. It's like, whoa. Except here, you can actually focus on the eye shape. You can actually choose what eye they would like to have. There we go, and they're gonna pop out a little bit of the outline. How do I make him escape? I'm not a mod. You can't! You can't escape. Wait, I would wait with reacting to the 5.1 My Singing Monster trailer. There's a new trailer on Saturday? There's a new update that they've made on it? Oh. I'll believe you. I know they just didn't they just update the game though? I remember reacting to the trailer just a minute ago. Has it gone that quick already? That they have a new trailer just ready to go? I heard the same thing for, I think, Cookie Run Kingdom, maybe? I think that they had a new trailer too, and I was told to react to that too, and I'm like, oh my goodness! It's going by so fast! Ah! The Minor Parable Island. Can I unban them? I just put them on a timeout, I think. I don't think I've banned anyone yet. No, I'm getting around to it. I am thinking. I'm like, I've been too lax on the rules. I can start executing people. Or I should start executing people. There we go. And I'm going to do like a little whoa. Like a little whoa. Like a little whoa. There we go. Maybe like this. A little whoa. There we go. I think I actually don't like how this one looks. It has to be a little bit of a little... This? Yeah, I think that's fine, actually. I think it's fine without it. Yeah, there we go. A little whoa. What? That's the Wublin. That's how the Wublin looks like. Honestly, most of my singing players have at least one Wublin. I don't know. I played it for a bit, like back in the day. And I didn't get very far. I don't think I even got out of Plant Island before I stopped playing it. So I don't know. Old me didn't have at least one Wublin. I wish I did. But I never got that far in the game. Also, what's the background? I think the backgrounds are also like still kind of... We're still kind of in that same like dark blue space. Will I react to the 5.1 trailer? Maybe. It was on Saturday, you said? Oh, wait, that's almost... What? That's almost... It's almost time. What? That's like in 2 days, maybe 1 day, depending on where you are. Again, I'm not quite too sure, depending on the time zones. But that's actually, like, crazy. Okay. Yeah, and they're gonna add stuff. The problem is I'm not even there yet. It's such a tease. I'm gonna see all the stuff and I'm gonna be like, oh cool. Can't do that yet. Oh man. There we go. And I'm gonna give him like a little bit of a shadow on the floor. I just draw kind of like abstract shapes in the background. I kind of need to work on my backgrounds a lot. I realize that. Like I see a lot of other people having really complex backgrounds, but I don't really have that. Meep meep. I eat the sour. What does that mean? I eat the sour. Yeah, what are you yapping about? What is this? Yeah, I have no idea. I got no idea what that cryptic language means, man. Are you just testing out candy and you're just telling me your opinion? Hey, by the way, I just ate a sour candy. It's pretty good. It's a pretty solid one. 7 out of 10. I think it needs a little bit more flavor besides just pure sour. I don't want to be a hater, but I think there's a lot of sour candy that is just like ultimately like too sour and it has no other flavor besides sour. I might be a hater. But I like the sour candy that's more like, you know, sour watermelon, sour with a side of like peach afterwards or something. It's not like fully sour. But maybe I'm just a baby. There's some that are just like, this is a nuclear reactor sour. All it is like all the acidic flavors that we can create in a lab Good luck. uh, and I'm like, really? Oh my goodness, man. That's not okay. Is this safe to eat? Is this a biohazard? So that's what I always think about when I see one of those candies. I'm more a fan of like things that are sweeter. Not really a big sour guy, but that's also because I'm just like, oh, it's too strong. It makes my mouth hurt. You know, it gives you the like weird. I think that's good enough for a thumbnail. It might change the size of them a little bit, but it kind of, you know, it's kind of the thing that makes your mouth go like, oh, it's too sour, and then you go like, right? It makes your face kind of like, and then it makes your cheeks hurt because your cheeks go like that, and you're like, that's funny. How are you drawing on the PC with an Apple pen? Perhaps a pen, a pineapple pen. It's crazy in that I think Fortnite single-handedly changed that. By the way, they kind of just made that like so popular. Of when we didn't have a pen pineapple thing before, that they just kind of like brought it to life. You know, a dead meme that hasn't been around for who knows how long. Again, I think the pen pineapple pen started in like it's like 2017, and now it's back. It's back, baby. Fortnite brought it back to life. I thought people forgot about that thing. I want to put this on one layer really quick before I forget. Bam, and I'll delete that. There we go. That's adorable. That's the thumbnail. Then you might have to put them back in timeout. They're ranting about a flag ban thing. What are they doing over there? How? All right, there you go. There you go. I'm putting them back in. That they're being weird. I don't know what they're yapping about, man. There we go. It's as simple as that, baby. I don't know. I saw some bad flags. Oh no. They're just yapping about random stuff. There we go. Bam. I might just draw some other things over here while I'm at it. Because I'm done with that thumbnail. Easy. Oh god. Some really bad flags. Okay. Here, let me swap that up. You know what? I'm hitting them with a ban hammer. There we go. That's simple. Duck guitar. Oh yeah, we draw a duck guitar. Oh no, I don't have it anymore. Oh wow, did I really draw it this lightly? This is like a very thin one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I had the duck guitar over here. Maybe I should redraw it just a little bit better. Let's see if I can actually make it. Wonk. Something like. Again, I gotta work on my perspective, right? Because normally a guitar is like this, but that's kind of like the straight on angle. It's kind of like a straight box design. You also want to be able to do it kind of flat, and when you do that, it's a little bit. Can I shift it? I can't even shift it. We don't have that tool over here in Krita, I think, or if we do, I don't know how to do it. Oh no. That's rough. I'll make it flat then. We'll draw a flat guitar like this. It looks a little bit like a what's it called? Like a peanut. There we go. Bam. What are they yapping about? Duck guitar sort of flags? What are they yapping about? Am I gonna have to execute more people? over here really quick? Oh my goodness. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. I got no idea what people are yapping about over here. Half the time, it's so hard to tell. Half the time, people are just spamming brain rot. It's really hard to tell apart the brain rot from the not brain rot. Because also, half the time, they're just saying 6-7. And I'm just like, I lost the plot, man. Stop executing people. Bam! Nope, there goes another one. It just makes it easier, baby. It just makes it easier for me. I'm gonna draw the duck over here this time. This time with its little arms flapping out. They're gonna be like, ooh. Ooh, and there you go. That's the little triangle legs. This time they're gonna be doing like a little kickflip kind of design. There I go. Look at that. Yeah. Bonk. And again, we're gonna give them the cool glasses. Perfect. They need a little bit of a shing on the glasses. You always gotta have a little bit of the shing on the glasses. The guitar, the duck doing a kickflip on the guitar. Why did it turn into Christmas like music? This is Cookie Run Kingdom Oven Break, by the way. I don't know why it changed all of a sudden into a different song. Is Mariah Carey defrosted already? I heard that a lot of them, by the way. I heard that a lot of them just here. I'm changing that. Oh my goodness. I heard that All I Want for Christmas Is You has become already the #1 song in the entire in like Spotify. And I'm like, that's rough, man. It's not even September yet. She's already out there running in the streets, singing all the songs. I'm like, this is painful. We just got here. But I don't know. They're just going crazy already. I would hate to be one of the like workers there hearing the music all the time. I only listen to the only song I listen to. You just listen to one artist? Don't you mean November? I don't know my months, man. You can't do this to me. I know the number of the months. I do not know the names of the months. I'll have you know. This is so bad. I have 4 hours left until Halloween. Hold on. You should draw a shark riding a horse inside a volcano. You know how complicated that is? I'll draw it. You cannot judge me on the quality of this one. But I will try my best. But yeah, it's crazy. It's almost Halloween. You guys gonna do anything? You have anything planned for Halloween? I don't. Not really. I don't plan on dressing up or anything. But I'm like, man, should I? Should I go somewhere? Last second. I don't know the date. That's probably something you gotta do. I don't know. That's one of the things you got over there. I heard that the statistic was that so many people were no longer trick-or-treating. Everyone's just trunk-or-treating. We've min-maxed the ability to get candy. And so now that's all that people do. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. I mean, I get it, though. Oh, my goodness. You know, half the time you walk over, you knock on the door, and there's no one there to give you candy. I'm like, how dare you? What's the point? There's a shark riding a horse inside a volcano. Inside the volcano? Okay, I'm going to be like, oh, the volcano exploded outwards. So the volcano just exploded. And on top is going to be the horse and the shark. I got you. There I go. Something like that. This drawing is gonna be peak. It's crazy. It's one of the drawings that you would see like in a 12-year-old book, you know, like an 8-year-old's drawing, where they have like the craziest like combination of stuff for no reason. It's like, I got you. It is kind of crazy how like over time they're just like, oh yeah, let's get more realistic, I guess. But you can draw whatever you want. You know, you could draw like the craziest lore, the craziest event happening. Maybe a little lower. They're gonna be really small. The horse is gonna be really small over here. I'll just draw them like this, because we don't have a lot of space. It's also really small. If I draw the horse any bigger, it's gonna be a giant horse. And then the shark is gonna be over here like, yeah, let's go. How do you draw a shark, actually? The shark is gonna be like, yeah, let's go. We gotta get on out of here. Oh no. They're a little concerned. They're like, uh-oh. As they're escaping. That's so funny. Bam. And I'm probably going to move this up a little bit just so I could actually color this in. I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to coloring, so I like to just get the outlines closed so I can do a simple fill bucket tool. It's just so convenient. The horse, more like a chair. It is one of the stick. It's like a stick figure horse. You ever seen the stick figure horse? That's like this, and then they have maybe they have an ear. I think maybe they have ears, and then they just kind of draw them like that. Have you not seen this? I think the tail might be a little different. I think maybe they have like a poofy tail, but yeah, they just look so weird. Here, I got you. You want a different horse? I'll draw you a different horse. I'll draw you a more detailed horse. Something like this, perhaps. Then this looks more like a dinosaur. I know, when you make them as small as possible, we have only so much resolution before it's just like, okay, let me make the dinosaur over here. Let me make the little shape, and it just turns out to be a blob because the pen is too thick. There we go. And then there's more like lava. It's like boom. It exploded. It's like boom. Oh my goodness. There we go. You should measure how many chairs a horse can run past per 10 seconds. That sounds complicated. How do you do that? I don't even know how fast a horse runs. I think period. How fast does a horse run? I saw that, I don't know if you saw it, that there's like races between people and horses. I will say it is not like a speed race, right? Because in terms of speed, the horse outruns the human. They're like 3 times as fast as the human, right? This is the horse over here. They're like 3 times as fast. But in terms of stamina, the horse goes up to like here, and the human eventually can overpass the horse. They go 25 to 30 miles per hour? That's a long time. That's pretty fast. Oh my goodness. But I was saying that like over time, the human goes way faster than the horse. Like eventually the horse gets tired and they don't want to keep running anymore. But the human will just tank that. And if they got enough motivation, they'll outrun the horse. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's pretty impressive. They got that pizzazz in them. Us humans. We can beat any animal in a race, I think. We have way too much stamina. There we go. I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up. We've done well. Why not draw a fan-made My Singing Monster? I actually don't know any. Is that bad? I feel like I'm not in tune enough with the community to draw fan-made My Singing Monsters. unless I make my own. Ho ho! Unless I make my own My Singing Monster. Which maybe I will at some point. I think that would be cool. I'd have to... Oops, I dropped my pen. I would have to come up with a design. But I think that would actually be so cool. We could do that one day. I saw a lot of people saying that they've made like their own custom islands. And I would be like, that would be kind of cool if we made our own custom islands. Oh, hold on. This is actually no longer true. It's no longer 3 days of Spooktober. The final day of Spooktober is tomorrow. I don't think if that does that fit on the screen. Yeah, it's almost the end of Spooktober. I'll see you guys around. I gotta come up with my own singing monster. I gotta come up with my own island. That would be so cool. We'll get around to it at one point, I'm sure. All right, that's it. That's where we're ending it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go trick or treat.